Hello, New Zealand. How are you guys? It's a pleasure to be here with you. Would I've loved to be in person. It's a beautiful country and top of my list to come visit. But it's virtual. But I'm glad to be here and hope to walk you through about product at Binance. What have we been up to? What are some of our guiding principles? How do we think about building given all the noise, the market? And then hopefully, if you have any feedback for me, either now or later on Twitter or some of our product feedback channels, would love to hear from you on what are we doing well, what are we not doing well, and what can we do better. So with that, let me just kick off. Like CZ likes to say a few things, and he likes to say things in small words. He's very efficient with his time. So his guideline to the product team is very simple: is like keep building. There's just a lot of noise. There's a lot of distraction, not just at Binance, but for the industry as well. There are a lot of folks who question why do we even need digital assets? Why do we need cryptocurrencies? Why do we need programmable wealth? And I think there are sufficiently strong detractors, but there are also very strong use cases. And we have seen this throughout the journey of crypto that the prices may go up and down, but the adoption is going up. Right? The number of people using, building, owning crypto is just going up. And that's our belief that if we keep building, if we keep enabling the use cases, right, that the noise will go down. And if you step back and zoom out and look at the macro level, you will realize that, hey, it's all going up, right? So I think that's the key message for us is irrespective of what's happening out there, our goal is to keep building use cases that enhance the user's trust in us, that makes things simpler, that makes things faster, and that creates that next big thing, which we don't know what it is, but we want to build a lot of them so that when we do find the next big thing, we have already invested in it. Right. So you guys know about the background of Binance. Maybe I'll skip over here. But it all still amazes me. Like and just the scale and the product breadth that we have achieved in this time frame is phenomenal. So big kudos to the original team who built it and built the fastest growing exchange in 6 months. CZ likes to say, like, if we've been profitable, we got profitable in 6 months and we've been profitable ever since. There are very few companies in history that can say that. And that's allowed us to kind of, over time, get your trust, not just on the exchange part of things, but also on all the other use cases that we have tried to build, be it wallets, be it our stewardship of the BNB chain, be it the Binance Pay ecosystem, be it Academy for learning, be it our mining pool, be it for our NFT marketplace, be it for futures. Like everything we have done, we have been able to get the community along with us, right? And I think that's our biggest achievement. It's less than the fact that we are number one in all of these areas. It's more the fact that we have been able to get your trust and keep it by building the right things. And to do that, right, like, so my team, the product team at Binance, we like to go by certain principles. CZ has his own list of principles on how he operates, not just for work, but also his personal life. So these are what the product teams try to live by, right? So first one is ease of use. Crypto is still very hard. Exchanges have gotten simpler now, so it's easier to buy Bitcoin than when people paid like 20,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. Now it's a lot easier to buy Bitcoin, but still using crypto for what it's meant to be, it's still a fairly painful process. How can we make it simple, right? There is, again, like any industry with this much money in it, there will be good actors and there will be bad actors. So how do we show through our actions, not through our words, through our products, through our services, and through our delivery, that you should be able to trust us with your funds? And that's something that takes years to build and moments to lose, right? So we strive every day to make sure that in our products, we can provide the level of trust and transparency. Like one example is our recent like proof of reserves that we show to ensure that you can see where your funds and how they're custodied on Binance, right? The third piece is innovation. This is what the core function of product is. And in crypto, it's always interesting. There's so much stuff happening. There's a lot of noise. There are so many interesting applications. There's so many interesting crypto coins and new blockchains, new layer twos. How do we kind of keep innovating, keep supporting the ecosystem? How do we make sure that the most authentic and ones that are likely to succeed are listed on Binance? And how do we kind of even new stuff now, right? Like on AI, like how do we use AI to create new interesting use cases like Binance Sensei will talk about like our AI kind of crypto teacher, or through Picasso, which is a Binance AI-based NFTs, but also use AI for making KYC simpler or fraud harder or compliance more effective. So those are areas where we spend a lot of time on. Fast, this is especially important in an exchange, right? We want an exchange that has the highest liquidity, the fastest execution type, the deepest order book, the most amount of potential types of orders that you can place, the most ways you can access it via apps, via websites, via APIs. And if you're not fast, you can't be an exchange. So we just recently posted our exchange stats on the amount, just the sheer volume that we kind of service today with the amount of latency and execution that we can. And this makes me very proud more than the fact that we're the number one traded. It's the fact that we are the fastest in most of the objective metrics that we can do. And then the last one is what makes us special, truly. Like this is, there have been very successful companies in the past, right? You can call them fangs or whatever. I mean, the people have been able to build billion, trillion dollar companies by innovating. But very few of them have their like eyes, or at least the leadership have their eyes glued to the community, right? Who engage with the community every single day. And you will see this if you're on Twitter, if you're in Telegram, you're any of our support channels, you will see CZ on there, you will see E on there responding, and not just to KOLs or some like really high net worth individuals, to everyday users who have some issues with the product, who have good things to say, who have bad things to say, things that their feedback for us to improve. This is what makes Binance truly unique. Is we take in every single feedback, the same level of severity and consideration that we would do for a VIP or a government, right? So keep that feedback coming. In most companies, it may go in some black box, but at Binance, it gets heard. The product team looks at it every single day, and we use that to make our products and services better. So let me walk you guys through some of the, at least again, we have this thing on Binance called Binance Build. If you're on Twitter, if you check it out, we post a new feature every day. That's the pace of innovation, and we want to keep building, keep bringing new features, keep bringing new innovation to you. So again, what I'm going to share is just some of the things that I handpick. If I had to pick everything, we would be here for hours. So some of the big and more interesting ones. I want to talk about the DeFi wallet. The DeFi wallet is a very interesting kind of experiment for us. Like we know that you can onboard to Binance and you can buy crypto, but if your journey ends there, we are really not driving the adoption of the crypto ecosystem, right? We want users to use that crypto that you just bought to actually create the use cases. Maybe stake it on the network, maybe use it for payment, maybe use it for remittances, maybe use it for to trying out a new DEX, maybe use it for new use cases that people are doing around NFTs for identities or for transcripts. In order to do that, you need a wallet, right? You need a wallet, and that's been a challenge. Like there's never been a great, simple to use, secure, recoverable, and non-custodial wallet. It is you have to. It's like a trifecta that you can only pick two out of. So the Binance DeFi wallet is designed for users who already trust Binance with their funds, but now want to use that fund in a seamless manner onto the blockchain, right? So we have made the onboarding, there's no seed phrases. It's based on multi-party compute technology. You can, with one click, activate the wallet. If you lose your device, with one click, you can recover it. The funds are always secure and recoverable. It now supports 10 plus blockchains and 30 plus more blockchains coming very soon. And it allows you to kind of still have that same experience with the app, so that the transfers between the decentralized and centralized world, you don't need to remember addresses, you don't need to whitelist stuff, you don't need to remember memos. You just click transfer and the funds just go seamlessly between DeFi and CeFi. So if you haven't given it a try, give it a try. I would love your feedback on this. We see this kind of as an interesting bridge between, call it CDFI. On with most new users coming in, we want their wallet experience and the DeFi experience to be seamless. A lot more stuff for us to do. There are a lot of competition. We're doing great stuff here, and there's a lot more cool innovation that's going to come over here. The rewards hub is also interesting. Like, we do want users to find stuff to do in Binance, even when they are not buying crypto. So how do we kind of create an ecosystem of interesting activities that brings new users to Binance and to crypto, and kind of keeps them engaged, maybe when they don't want to trade, right? So the rewards hub, and now with Binance Points, lets you kind of stay engaged with Binance, keep collecting rewards. Some of these rewards you can accumulate now to get a kind of a big reward at the end of by compiling it. So it's an interesting loyalty program. We just launched it. A lot of early feedback. People seem excited about using it as they grow in their crypto journey. Trading tools. This is our bread and butter. We need to. We kind of pride on the fact that we have the most kind of comprehensive trading solutions. But then we don't rest on those laurels. So every day there's something new. We just launched Trading View integration. So now you can integrate Binance with the Trading View application that a lot of users use, not just for crypto, but also for traditional stocks and other asset classes. And now you can just use those same trading techniques to trade on Binance. We've added a lot more features here. One of my favorites, if you guys haven't tried, is the drag and drop order setting. So you can just be on the chart, just drag and drop your price points, and it will just show you the orders, and it will show you the orders when they execute on the chart as well. So it's a pretty cool feature if you haven't tried it. People want to know how they're doing. How's bear market's probably not a great time to check your P&L, but it still helps you become a better trader. Whether you get money, you lose money, you need to know how you're doing. So now we have kind of a one-stop P&L check-in inside that gives you an insight on how your portfolio is doing, how it's doing over different periods of time, how it's doing across different assets that you have. And again, very good early feedback, but we can see this expand into kind of more guidance-driven and including AI-driven guidance to kind of help you trade better in the future. A very recent one, just yesterday, day before, we launched Lightning Network. This was the #1 community requested feature to support Bitcoin deposits and withdrawals via Lightning Network. It's fast, it's cheap. It enables a whole host of use cases on Bitcoin that were traditionally not possible, just given how computationally expensive some of these were in the past. So Lightning's super cool. It's fully integrated in Binance. So if you haven't tried it, and this is like this week. Another feature that we launched just this week was multiple deposit address. Users like to have, both for privacy reasons, but also for interaction with various protocols and airdrops. They do like to have the ability to have multiple addresses, so they can either segregate their fund flows or kind of engage with different protocols in a more privacy friendly manner. So that's live as well. You can just generate multiple addresses now and engage with crypto that way. I mentioned Sensei. Sensei is interesting. It's our kind of chat GPT like, but again, trained purely on crypto data. So it is, it's more domain specific compared to asking the same question to, let's say, chat GPT. If you ask Binance Sensei, because it's trained on Binance Academy and the wealth of Web3 content that Binance has created over the years, you're more likely to get a lot more sophisticated, human-sounding, contextual answer. And the last one I want to talk about is Binance Tax. Tax is nobody, like, generally, like, I don't wake up every morning feeling, oh yeah, today I'm going to do my taxes. But it's the fact of life. as they say, death and taxes. Right? So the taxes have been traditionally either too complicated or too expensive. It would cost hundreds of dollars to go file your crypto taxes. And we made that process simple now with Binance Tax. It's free. It's integrated into your Binance dashboard. So, and again, it's supported in multiple countries. So please give it a try if you haven't. A lot of fun stuff still happening. We're exploring with fan tokens. We're exploring new games and campaigns. Want to bring a regional. We are a global company. We have customers in 180 plus countries, but we still like to have like our roots to the ground and be able to create something fun, something unique for every single market. So a lot more. We do this every so often, and more coming through the rest of the year. So let me pause there. I think that's all I had to share. I'll just probably end by just a parting thought. Like, if you're here today for the meetup, first of all, thank you for attending our birthday celebrations. Each year, as we have grown in our scope and our size and our impact, we've also grown in our challengers, our detractors. As CZ says, FUD. He would put number 4 out there. But at the end of the day, like I would ask all of you guys to judge us by our actions and judge us by our products, judge us by our services. If you sign up for Binance and you trade on Binance, you withdraw your money from Binance, you use Binance DeFi Wallet to use crypto, you use P2P, you use fiat, you use futures, and then you say, you know what, these products are great. The services are great. When I want to get hold of somebody at Binance, I can get hold of Binance. When I give some feedback, I can see that being acknowledged and improved into the product. When I withdraw my funds, they can withdraw them, irrespective of what people are saying anywhere in the world. Eventually, at the end of the day, that's what matters. Right? That for us, it matters that you, as our users, you as our supporters, are the ones who are building this journey to financial independence with us, and that trust, that level of engagement, that level of adoption continues to grow year over year. And that's what we're doing at Binance, and that's what we'll do. We'll keep building. Appreciate your time, and thank you for joining us for our 6th year celebrations.